On the slopes of the majestic Mount Sinabung, there is a small village that was previously known as Tanjung Sari Village. The location is very strategic, surrounded by fertile soil that supports agricultural activities, as well as offering stunning views from the mountainside. However, after experiencing a terrible natural disaster many years ago, this village became forgotten by many. Now Tanjung Sari Village is only a memory for its former residents, although the story still echoes in the whispers of the wind blowing among the tall trees. Empty houses with crumbling roofs and mossy walls are silent witnesses to the devastation that occurred. The villagers had left, leaving their land for reasons that were not fully understood by outsiders. Maya, a young journalist from Medan, found out about this abandoned village from the story of a friend who had visited the area. Since then, his curiosity has grown more and more intense. He felt that something was wrong and felt the need to uncover the truth. Not only because the village had been empty for a long time, but also because of the many strange rumors circulating about it. Many say that there are forces that do not want the village to be repopulated, even if anyone intends to return. Maya decides to travel alone, wanting to report this story and find out what really happened in the abandoned village. With his journalistic equipment, including a camera and a notebook, he embarks on a journey to Tanjung Sari Village, hoping to find answers. However, as he left the city, a strange feeling began to envelop his mind, as if he was heading to a place he shouldn't have known. The road to the village was steep and quiet, surrounded by dense trees that seemed to confine it. The closer to the destination, the thicker the fog became, adding to the gloomy atmosphere of Maya's journey. On this almost forgotten road, the only sound was the roar of his motorcycle engine breaking the silence. Maya's mind was filled with questions, but there was no clear answer. He can only hope to find more clues to uncover the mysteries hidden in Tanjung Sari Village. Maya arrived in the village in the afternoon, when the sun began to duck behind the back of Mount Sinabung. Although the atmosphere seemed quiet, there was something strange surrounding this village. From a distance, he saw small houses that were still standing, even though they had been abandoned for a long time. As if time had stopped, the village was trapped in eternal silence. He parked his motorbike in front of the village gate, which was almost covered with bushes. His steps stopped for a moment, feeling how quiet this place was. There was no sound of birds, no footsteps that were usually heard in other villages. Maya took a deep breath, tried to calm her restless mind, and stepped in. Inside the house, he also found some old notes lying on the table. The record seemed to belong to one of the villagers who once lived here. Some pages are full of scribbles and difficult to read. Maya began to read one of the notes carefully. The first few sentences left him surprised. "We can't stay here anymore. Everything we love is gone in an instant. We have to leave before it's too late." Maya closed the note, feeling a disturbing discomfort. What exactly is happening in this village? Why did they leave their homes just like that, with their personal belongings left behind? Maya is increasingly convinced that there is something bigger behind all this, and she must find the answer. Carefully, he walked out of the house, feeling as if someone was watching from the shadows. As he stepped outside, the air became colder, and the long shadow on the village road began to turn into something darker. Maya swallowed, feeling the tension envelop her. The sentence swirled in her mind, and Maya felt the tension around her increase even more. He didn't know why, but his every step in this village seemed to bring him closer to something bigger and dangerous. "I have to go," Maya said in a lower voice than usual, "but I'll come back. I have to find out more." The old lady just looked at her without saying anything, as if understanding Maya's decision. Before he left, the woman held her hand for a moment with a warning look. "Never try to disturb the peace here. The mountain has its own way of keeping its secrets," she said quietly before Maya left the small stall. her heart full of doubts. The shadow moved quickly, as if chasing a moving truck. Her departure from the village did not make Maya feel safe. The strange events he experienced in the village remained imprinted on his mind, haunting every step he took. Even after leaving the village of Tanjung Sari, the feeling of being followed remained. And the more he pondered it, the more he felt that he had disturbed something that should not have been disturbed. Something bigger and more powerful than just the spirit of the mountain god. Maya decided not to write about her experience in the village. He did not want to share stories that could draw the attention of others to the forbidden place. However, even though he tried to ignore it, a big question still haunted his mind. What really happened in Tanjung Sari Village? Was it just the result of a failed ritual?